Hello there, Speed Gaming. Good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it is. I don't know what's on the clock. All I know is we've got some speed for you here with more matchups in the winner's bracket side of the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer Spoiler Log Tournament 2022. I am Autumn Out of Habit. Joining me to bring the hype today in the booth, we have Sinister Sama.
Hello, everybody. I'm back again. It's been a minute, recovery and all. But thank you for having me. First time coming for this community.
And hopefully
So,
not the last.
oh
But
no.
you think we're going to bring the hype? We don't even need to bring the hype. Do we need to introduce these runners at all? We've got
No.
the man who has the craziest strats in the game, JaggerG. We have a whole category of strats that are called Jagger strats because they have so many frame perfect inputs for so little time save, but the swag per 60 is off the charts. And on the other side, we've got the man with every record in the book, CScottyw.
Indeed. These two are well established among their community. Now, here's the fun part. This is the winner's side, so they'll be waiting for some people on the loser side of the house to, whoever loses here, they're gonna be waiting for a minute, while the winner might get some fun. So,
They won't be waiting too long though, because they're not. Whoever it goes down into the losers bracket, their opponent will be the winner of tomorrow's matchup between Schwartz Gandhi and Hercules Bench Press.
Hold that thought. We got a 2-4 start right here.
Oh wait, no, I got this the backwards order. It's my race that goes up against this, so they will be waiting. But yeah, we've got our runners off, ready to go, and we've got a spoiler log here for anyone in chat who doesn't know what that means. That means the runners at the start of the race get a spreadsheet telling them where everything is. So the challenge is to route it. However, chat, you don't know what everything is yet. Our runners could be making their way up to the operation deck to get one of 3 items. It could be any type of missile upgrade, it could be Morph Ball, or they could be looking at the speed booster. Sinister and I know what they're gonna get. But chat, what are we starting with here? What do we think?
Let's get some guesses in chat. Every guess gives you 5 points. We'll do the point system today. So right now, Scotty with a slight lead, probably just due to better movement overall. So this is gonna be pretty interesting to see what Scotty can bring to the table, as we know what's gonna be happening. Lacus is saying the missiles of some sort. Abe is saying statistics. And Taurus wants a morph start, and Avi wants some missiles of some sort. Okay. And
We've got the worst missiles. We've got diffusion data, so normal missiles in the vanilla game give you 10 damage. Diffusion gives you 5.
What normally would be some very fun times.
Also, Avery queuing me in. I can't believe I forgot this. I also want to give a shout out. We've got our tracker, RP2 Knight, making it so Sinister and I don't have to focus on anything but saying a bunch of words at y'all.
Amen to that.
And we do have a Night Seed, and we know that's gonna get a little spicy. And looking over at the spoiler log, y'all want to go on an adventure? Because we've got an item in 1, we've got items in 2, we've got items in 3, we've got items in 4, we've got an item in 5. We've got a Morph Ball at the first missile's location, and we've got stuff down in 6. 6 will be required because Varia Suit and Screw Attack both down on the same side of lower 6. Our runners are going to need one of those.
Yeah, not to mention, you already know what's going to happen, so right now, with a Morph Ball, they can skip Arachnus if they really, really want to.
Arachnus has Power Bomb tanks, so I think they're going to want to. Also, this Idor with diffusions takes 5 shots to get through. Both of our runners would love to get some doubles on this. Jagger the first through the Idor, Scotty getting more beams than I know what to do with, Jagger picking up bombs at the Arachnus E-Tank. That's gonna do it for our items on the main deck. The Attic just has a missile tank, so neither of our runners is gonna go up there.
Jagger says, Arachnus, I don't want to be bothered with you. You will stay alive. I will spare your life. Like Frisk and Scotty actually gonna go for some missiles. Probably not feeling too comfortable with that diffusion.
You know, I don't blame him. He's probably got something routed in where he's not gonna pick up too many missile expansions and wants to be able to take care of the Ice Core. Indeed. Now our runners are gonna have access to sectors 2 and 4.
Yeah, with early access to 2, that means that they can open up them blue doors, meaning level 1 doors is right in the cards.
And they have to make sure not to go for their data room, though, because that will be Wave Beam, and I don't see that being required here. Also, we'll throw out a bingo card here. That way, viewers can play around. And we're going to see Scotty deciding to pick up the health tank in the cubby hole, and our runners are going to go into 2. Plasma Beam is going to be behind the Kago. We might see Jagger go for the trick to get that before picking up ice missiles that are in blue locked missiles.
So Plasma's gonna be in the Kago room. To tell you the truth, you can do it with diffusion. Not something that you would, not a very comfortable way to get it through Kago, but you can do it.
I forgot that they have that.
Mm-hmm.
But we can also looks like Jagger is going to go for the way that doesn't require a lot of inputs. You do have to do a wall jump to get up on top of there. Jagger picking up the plasma beam.
Oh,
anyone who saw last year's tournament knows everything was a plasma hunt. Oh,
Scotty going in the 4.
Now, I think I like Jagger's play better. Scotty won't be able to... Oh wait, no, gravity suit's available. I like Scotty's play. So 4 is going to have our speed booster, so our runners can go fast. The ouch room has gravity suit. We have ice beam that's PB locked, so that's never going to get picked up. Speed booster is going to be at the broken bridge. And I like Scotty's play. He's going to go get gravity suit first. That'll make it faster to get up to the broken bridge. And then because we'll have speed booster, doesn't need level 1 locks to lower the water. So at this point, CScottyw off to an early lead, picking up gravity suit in the ouch room. Meanwhile, Jagger taking his plasma beams, shooting through some Zoros coming out of blue doors.
Well, right now, Jagger's with Plasma is it's actually going to be about even right now, because both of them have their go mode items, particularly. Jagger in particular is going to be it's going to be a very interesting play to see what Jagger does afterwards. He's going to grab that ice missile, so his missiles have now been upgraded from dog water to okayish.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look, and that will triple the damage output of his missiles from 5 to 15. Our runners do need to open up blue doors because they'll need to go into Sector 3 to get green doors in order to get into Sector 6 to get an item to break Sector 5. That will be required unless we see someone do some out-of-bounds hijinks here. Sector 3 is going to be also kind of loaded once our runners have speed. They have everything else. Super missiles are in the Telltale Heart. If they want to fight box, they can get main missile data, which for later they actually don't want. That'll force them into a boss fight if they pick up main missile data. That is required to spawn the Mega Core X. Charge Beam is going to be the speed locked E location behind the first heck run.
Hold that thought. Scotty playing with fire right now, sitting on at now 56 health. Not what you want to see in
Scotty. Taking a death. Scotty's sitting at 0 health, and he has not taken a save. So just like that, he's given JaggerG a 6 minute and 57 second lead.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. This is why you always do an emergency save before you go into each sector, because of stuff like that. You hate to see it. You don't want to see it, but you know what? F in chat. Get your F's in chat, because that was nasty. So right now, all points considering, Jagger got a 7-minute lead. With Jagger's strats, I don't see him slipping up that much that will cost him the race. I think this right now is hugely in Jagger's favor. So
Jagger has been known to go for some swag and to go for some silliness that will occasionally lose him time. So it's not over until it's over. And it's not over until you see a dot done. But that said, Jagger did come into this as our number 1 seed, and he did that for a reason, posting the fastest time we saw in the seeding races. Although Scotty does come in here having the 2nd fastest time in any race of the tournament. I'm not going to say who has number 1. I will say it's not Jagger, though.
But right now, with Jagger going to get his gravity, And this was actually one of the reasons why Scotty had a bit of a problem. He didn't come in here with plasma. So that plasma beam is showing dividends right now because he's able to shoot through all these nasty folks over here and reserve health better than Scotty was.
It's true. I think Scotty probably was thinking that he's safe having gravity suit and just falling on the electrified wire. That does a ton of damage.
I believe
Scotty is going to pick up the E-Tank at second missiles here as he runs back through. Let's hope he gets some better RNG on this Ghidorah. Not even going for doubles on this.
Yeah,
Getting much better RNG than the first time. Meanwhile, Jagger fast on his way out of Sector 4. I have to assume we see Sector 3 next because the only thing in Sector 5 is Space Jump, and I've got some inside information on our runner. JaggerG hates Space Jump. If he can at all skip it, and it can be skipped here, he's gonna skip it.
Especially because the BK light-ups, the Space Jump, is not where you want to be. And he's going to be heading more towards the Air Jordans, or high jump boots, which is somewhere... Oh, go ahead.
I've got a question for you and for chat. So I'm looking here, and we've got required items in the bottom of Sector 6. At the higher jump hole, we've got Barrier Suit, the pantry has Screw Attack. Now those, you're supposed to have power bombs to get through the SAX encounter room. There is a clip, you risk a soft lock if you don't get it. Do you think we see our runners go into Sector 1 to pick up power bomb data from the Hornode hole? Or do you think we see our runners try to do an out-of-bounds clip and save that dip into Sector 1 entirely? There is nothing else of interest in 1.
The Hornet Toad hole is so early in Sector 1. If this was me, I'd rather not go for the soft lock. I'm going to go grab those bad boys just to prevent any problems. That would be me. Now, Jagger may try to clip, but I don't think he's going to try to attempt to clip without a save.
Yeah, and there is a save room pretty close by. High jump boots are going to be in Sector 3. Oh, Jagger getting his speed together, but not getting through, and he's showing off a change from old versions of the randomizer. The environmental damage function has been split out between the suits, so gravity suit doesn't protect him against heat. That's why he went back to try to spark across the room instead of running through lava. And that is a good point. Knight saying in chat, she wouldn't go for the clip if she knows Scotty took the death. I don't think Jagger keeps up with anyone else. I know Scotty has Dragon Fangs helping him on routing. I don't know if Jagger's doing anything. Jagger trying to show off, seeing if he can get there without waiting for the pole to come up, not getting it, going up into the speed lock D, picking up Charge Beam. And just like that, blink and you miss it, folks. Scotty already has his gravity suit back.
4 minutes after that death, well, closer to 5 minutes after that death, Scotty got gravity back, so...
The death was at 6 minutes and 57 seconds. With the way Scotty is routing this, I would say Jagger probably has about a 5-minute lead.
A little more than a 5-minute lead. Alright, so now here's the question for us. Jagger knows the log. Ooh, going to actually go into 6 now. Interesting. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Jagger's turning around. Jagger wants to play it safe.
I knew it. I called it. I knew it. Don't be dumb. Play it safe. If safety is only but a couple extra seconds, plus you can speed boost it through that first infested wall. That would be absolutely crucial at this point.
Yeah, which doing the Shine Spark through the first stabilizer can be required in higher difficulties, and it is possible to be logically required in the randomizer settings. Of course, Jagger just doing it for the swagger. I like the play here. Although, if you don't know that Scotty took the death, I think that I risk it. I don't think we see Scotty go for the power bomb data at the Hornode hole.
Which might put Scotty in a bad spot if he clips. If Scotty clips and gets stuck, that's game over. That's irrecoverable at that point. Jagger just wins.
But also think about it, if you're the racer, you're going against the number 1 seed JaggerG and you just gave him a free 7 minutes. Whenever you feel like you're behind as a runner in this, you're taking all the gambles that you can do to give yourself a chance to catch up.
There's a reason why there's a reason why the hierarchy exists. But that's just semantics right now. Right now, let's continue on with the race. And Scotty's gonna actually shine and spark through the Kegel room and get himself his plasma beam.
It is the fastest way to get through there. He's gonna pick that up, so I really like Scotty's routing. The death was unfortunate, but I think it was worth trying to do. It just makes me sad that this version of the Rando almost never lets runners show off the Kago jump technique. Jagger taking a safety save at the top of what I believe is Sector 6 here.
Yeah, Sector 6 indeed. So right now, Jagger's playing it incredibly safe right now. He has power bombs. He does not have soups yet, but he's gonna dash through here. Bam! All day,
now,
every
one
day,
thing I wonder from Scotty. So, nothing in Sector 6 is hard required. We've got Wide Beam, Various Suit, and Screw Attack. Logically, yeah, they're required. However, there is a clip below the pump control in Sector 4 that you can skip going through broken Sector 5 to get down to your red doors. And there is a way out of there. It requires a little bit of RNG, and it takes a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Jagger picking up Wide Beam at the free E-Tank, Scotty picking up Ice Missiles. Does anyone think that we're going to see Scotty go out of bounds?
I think Jagger is going to play it safe. Scotty, on the other hand, I think Scotty's going to be the one that's going to kind of risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Scotty, you know you've got to take a chance here if you want any shot. Or Jagger needs to do something wrong.
Jagger's got to do something incredibly stupid at this point.
Oh, Jagger making a... Oh wait, they don't need to go into the wine cellar. Jagger making the expected play to go through here. Now, fun note, the trigger for the Megacore X is main missile data and charge beam. Main missile data has not been picked up because it's in the Sector 3 data room.
So,
Jagger forgetting that that is the trigger, getting ready to fight Megacore, finding out he doesn't have to. Now he's got to go up this room. Each of these blue X is going to do 69 damage.
that is
A
not
various
the next number.
He can try to get that with a bomb jump from below. To JaggerG, I think we see it. ScottyW picking up super missile data from the Telltale Heart.
Ooh,
And Jagger takes a death. You hate to see it, but you also know with that safety save, Jagger saw it coming.
Yeah.
If I'm Jagger, I try to go from underneath, and actually you can even freeze an enemy to jump up to get Various Suit. And then if he plays this right, this might actually be the faster way because he won't have to climb up the room a second time. So he's waiting to lure a puffer down. He's going to throw the diffusion to freeze it, wall jump off it, get into the higher jump hole. This will be his Various Suit. That'll make it way safer to go up. Without high jump, you do have to get just sort of a corner boost in order to get in there.
Yeah, now they got his Varia. Guess what? Them ice cores that were giving him 69 damage to the grill, guess what? They're gonna run like chickens. And that is free health.
And you know, I just realized since Jagger didn't already have power bombs going into Sector 3, because you can't, picking up Screw Attack in the pantry, meanwhile Scotty jumping over a missile tank to bomb the wall, that way he saves some of the time during the transition. Ooh, Jagger not able to get the wall jump off, falling back down, gonna have to go back up the shaft a second time. Now, Speed Trap front has space jump. I think we see Jagger pick that up rather than go through Sector 3.
I don't know if he wants to take the chance and go through Sector 3 again, because it is power bomb locked, so he has the power bombs. The only thing
Yeah, Jagger is a jump item from Go Taurus.
He is basically, he just needs to get his shoes, either the Air Jordans in high jump or the BK Knights and the BK light ups in space. You don't want space, but if you don't want to go through the BS that is the box 1 fight, because he can trigger it, I would say fine.
Scotty taking a refill here, and I want to see what Scotty does next.
Oh, wait a minute. Jagger's gonna make a choice after he unlocks level 4 doors.
Yeah, it's not a bad play. So the connectors going out, the upper connector going out of lower sector 4 will take him into sector 5. Jagger stepping in a missile expansion. Scotty going directly to 6. It's like we thought. He's gonna skip power bombs.
Oh, so he's gonna be putting in a very dangerous check coming up.
But Jagger, I do like the play to wait on the high jump boots. Just on the basis of that'll be a little faster if he just goes back in through the magic box to go pick those up. And Scotty going into Mission Impossible, he wants another E-Tank.
A little bit of safety over there. Someone's not confident without a Various suit, so...
I think he's planning on skipping the Various suit, is what I think.
Uh-oh.
Because to pick up the Various suit, you have to either get the bomb jump, wait for something to freeze, spend the time to go up there, and it's not hard required. Admittedly, Various suit does mean you can just go into the top of Sector 5, but also the connector from 6 will take you into the back half of 5.
Yeah, Scotty is risking it all right here.
Yeah. We are going to see Scotty take a save. I love the play to make that Shine Spark over there. So the thing is, you get one shot at the clip because if the crumble block reforms with you below it, you don't have a way to get out without power bombs. Meanwhile, Jagger sparking up. All he needs to do is get back into Sector 5 in order to pick up his jump. So Scotty going for a risk, picking up Wide Beam at the free E-Tank. It might not be enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough.
Fortunately, this is a pretty quick clip. It's also arguably the easiest clip that you can do in the game. Scotty unmorphing a little bit too soon, so what you have to do to clip is you get your head stuck in a block, then you unmorph and jump up and to the side to do a spin jump, and it pushes you up and backward. Scotty's timing a little bit off. That's a soft lock. Jagger is trying to show off here.
A little bit too much swag.
I think Jagger knows at this point that he's got the lead because he was trying to do a frame-perfect bomb jump into an unmorphed respin up into a wall jump off the wall. Jagger picking up space jump. That is go mode at 22 minutes flat for JaggerG.
Yeah, Jagger is gonna, this is endgame here, and I hate to say it, folks, but we're gonna get ourselves ready for game 2 momentarily.
Oh yeah, Ronald, Scotty can absolutely do this. It's just a timing thing, and it's also one of those where he knows he has to risk it if he wants any shot. And there's Scotty showing us how it's done, just going right through that wall. Now the thing is, this means he has to go out the other way anyway, but this means there's absolutely no return because you do need to powerbomb to get back through.
That is true.
But the good news today is this is a best of 3. This is game 1 of 3 between JaggerG and CScottyw. And we, of course, in the commentary booth, above all else, are always hoping for 3 games.
Oh yeah, you always want to see content.
And this is the winner's bracket or semifinals. So the winner here goes into the winner's finals. The loser drops into Elimination Bracket Round 4 to face the winner of myself versus Red Corona.
Yeah, so that would be the losers quarterfinals, I believe, correct?
That is a great question. Yeah, that'll be losers quarters.
Oh! Scotty
Oh,
again,
Scotty
gone!
taking the death. So close. Those Ice X,
Gone!
they brutalize you.
Dead and gone is Scotty, and ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. This game is a wash. This is a wash. All Jagger has
You never
to do
know.
right
Jagger does only have 2 E-Tanks now. He's one of the best in the biz, and he can do stun lock. But there's still a chance that he could pull a risky play. And that's why we saw Scotty get the extra E-Tanks, because he doesn't want to get Varia. He's going to try to do a wall jump here so that he doesn't have to go back up. Let's see if he gets it. He does not.
And he's going to get that Varia. He does not want to risk it.
Oh yeah, if you don't have to climb, and you're supposed to have high jump to pick that up, but if you get a slight corner boost off of there, it gives you just enough height to get into the hitbox.
Uh-oh. Jagger trying to be cute.
Yeah, Jagger wants to go for doubles because doubles are swag. And he wants to give anyone in chat with the diffusion doubles on their bingo card, he's hoping to give them that square. Scotty on the way out of Sector 6, but it's Jagger's race to lose here going into the operations deck. And he's got a planet to blow up.
Oh, he got a planet to blow up, and he has a space station to leave in the dust. He is an Omega, and about a minute off from getting that lovely, juicy GG.
He's got an Omega? I haven't seen any Metroids anywhere in this game.
You haven't seen a single Metroid? Oh, don't worry. You're about to see the only one in this game.
And Jagger getting the swag going through with the zipper through the platforms. Now Scotty going a bit different in the routing and going the way that I would have probably thought to route this myself. Oh, getting a Shine Spark to get most of the way up the room here. Gonna wait for the pancake to drop just a little bit. That way he can jump on it. And Scotty realizing he doesn't need to go to the back of the speed trap. We've actually seen him before accidentally soft lock because he didn't realize the item he needed was in the back. JaggerG's gotta watch out. He's only got 1 energy left.
Oh, come on. We already know the deal. We already know the deal. After this, Omega gives the SAX the business. You get 3 swipes. And going to absolutely eviscerate Omega.
That Omega never stood a chance. Get your GGs in chat. Given the stream delay, we know where we've got this going. JaggerG finishing with a racetime.gg official time of 26 minutes 40 seconds. GG Jagger, and Scotty is going to take the forfeit here. A true pro, knowing that we've got extra speed gaming, we've got other speed gaming content on the schedule today. He knows he's lost the race. There's no reason to go through and finish.
Yeah, so right now we're gonna do a quick break, and we can set up the game too. So more hype, more games, more Metroid. See you in the next match. Oh, that.
And also, if you just like being on Speed Gaming 3 and don't care what you watch, right after this race, 8 o'clock Eastern, we've got Crystallis Randomizer, which I just learned yesterday is a thing.
It is. I saw it. And Soul Blazer Randomizer too.
I've seen some Soul Blazer Randomizer. That's one that I want to give a try. Also coming up on Speed Gaming, we've got on Speed Gaming Main at 7 Eastern, a Spider-Man Games Relay. Also Pepsi Man at 10 p.m. Eastern on the main channel. Across the other channels, we've got some SMZ3, we've got some Link to the Past Randomizer. We've got more Link to the Past Randomizer. Going on right now over on Speed Gaming 4, if for some reason you don't want to watch more hype between these two, we've got Jets of Time as well. So plenty of stuff on Speed Gaming here today.
Indeed, it's Friday night. Take your pick on what you want to watch.
And one more thing with this tournament, we don't have a prize pool, so what we've decided to do instead, if anybody would have wanted to contribute money into that, we have decided that this tournament is going to be supporting Mental Health America. So we've got the bot in chat giving you a link to the schedule, giving you a link to the Metroid Fusion community Discord. If you like what you see, want to give it a try, we've got plenty of people around to answer your questions. We've got helpful maps that can help you learn the room names, people who you can race if you want to do some casual races, all kinds of fun. So feel free to hop on and join a really welcoming community that for some reason keeps letting me hop behind a microphone.
And if they got me behind a mic, you know they're welcoming.
I don't know. I think I'd take this hype anytime.
All day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
I mean, Knight, we love your seeds. They're horrible. The runners hate them, except me. I love cursed garbage.
Alrighty. We'll be back momentarily.
All right, and I think we are back.
Indeed. It looks like we are about to get ourselves set for the second race.
We are. Our runners have both readied everything up, and they got the commentators back in here. And for anyone just tuning in or watching later on YouTube, we are bringing you the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer Spoiler Log Tournament 2022. I am once again Autumn Out of Habit. Joining me in the booth is the very hype Sinister Sama.
You said it right the first time. Heist.
You are going to steal the show, except that's going to be real hard to do because we've got two of the best in the business here with JaggerG and CScottyw. Two names that need no introduction. The best of three series, JaggerG taking game one, as shown off by our new fancy win counters on the layout. Chat's been asking, we delivered.
Indeed. You want to know who won each race? Guess what? We got those counters now, so you get to see it. So right now they're waiting, and they got the, we're waiting to see everything go, and yep, it's about that time again.
And also, the things you get to see on screen are actually accurate because shout out to RP2 Knight in the booth being our tracker. She's here so that we don't have to know what's going on. We just have to say a bunch of words at you.
2-6 start. I'm not too perturbed, but let's see what we see here.
So I'm looking at the spoiler log, and we've got items in 1, we've got items in 2, we've got items in 3, we have items in 4, we've got items in 5, and we've got items in 6, as well as in the main deck. And chat, our runners have to make their way up to the operations deck quickly to get their first item to show how they progress. It can be Morph Ball, it can be one of the 4 missile upgrades, or it can be Speed Booster. Chat, what do you think they're going to find?
Yes, in chat.
This is where Sinister, I would ask you what you think, but you're looking at the spoiler log, so you're cheating.
Of course. Thus,
Taurus hoping for the Morph Ball, Hugo wanting to curse our runners with Diffusion round 2.
Diffusion, second verse, same as the first.
Ronald Rage asking, did Jagger host this entire tourney just to show his swag? Quite possibly.
Who knows? Ave wants some ice, and Ron wants more of that Morbin time.
And we are almost synced going into the data room where our runners are going to get the spicy start. We've got Morph Ball. This means they can get to the elevators or the cubbyhole check. Now, there is a chance they could come back up for the Arachnus area. Diffusion data is there. I don't think 2 runners of this caliber are going to be going for that. We have access to sectors 2 and 6. Screw Attack is locked behind green doors in sector 5. So we are going to be seeing runners opening up both their blue and their green doors. We're playing without split security on, so whatever you open, it opens all lower levels. Synchronized falls down there, getting the weave. Hugo asking if they're going to hold hands all the way to the next sector, and they just might.
I tell you.
You know,
So
I think Jagger might feel bad for leaving Scotty behind in the last race as they both roll into the cubbyhole picking up Charge Beam.
And literally milliseconds behind one another. Look at that. Look at that sync. It literally is a mirror. Oh! Jagger's slipping up a little bit on tech, so he'll be behind. Oh, never mind. Scotty's screwing up a little bit. Now they're holding hands once again.
You know, these 2 runners, just great sportsmanship here, letting the other catch up.
Indeed. But here's where things get interesting. I don't see a 6 play. They're going right to 2.
Yeah, Sector 6, they can't really do anything there. Bombs and power bombs are both in Sector 2. At Data and Wonderwall respectively, so what we're going to see is our runners are going to go in and open blue locks. Jagger taking the safety save, Scotty risking it. Scotty down at 83 health, these Zoros do 45 damage, 2 hits and he's dead.
2 misplays and Scotty too hottie will be dead.
That said, it's also CScottyw, so...
Of course, of course.
But then we'll see our runners pick up powerbomb data in 2, and then Sector 6, it's just the first 2 items. This has the makings of quite a jet seed. And I know you're saying, but we just had a 26-minute seed. You think that's not a jet? That's not a jet for these settings. We've seen finishes in the low 20s, we've seen 23s, we've seen 22s, we've seen a 20, we've seen a 19, we've seen a 17 in this tournament.
I've yet to see a sub 15 yet, though.
Yeah, but you know, if there's anyone who can do it, it's these 2 racers.
Ooh, Jagger gets a face full of spike. 2 more hits and he's out the box. Right now, again, no health to speak of, and ooh, gets nailed on the way up. Also, a fun fact about that charge beam. If you do a spin jump while holding the charge, you get a pseudo screw attack.
The damage of it is based on what your highest beam is. If you have Ice Beam, it does 48 damage, the second highest damage of anything in the game behind Power Bombs, which do 50. That said, our runners go up for a nice handshake in the data room, then on their way out of 2. This time, Jagger falling slightly behind Scotty, and we've got a couple possible plays here. I don't see any reason that they'd be going into 3. They're going to go to 4. So Speed Boosters in the Ouch room in 4. We also have Wide Beam in the Waterway, and Plasma Beam is locked behind Power Bombs in 4. So, I was going to say I could see a 6 play, and, maybe I could see a 6 play because it's just the first 2 items that we need.
Yeah, I'd
But
say
I
6.
think if it's me, I go to 4 first, I get my speed booster, then I come back.
Nope, Scotty going to 6. Scotty making a very interesting play. He's going to get high jump, and he's going to get missile data. So
And Jagger is going with my thought and going into 4. Now, CScottyw also has Dragon Fangs in a call with him, helping doing the routing, and these 2 are quite powerful. Jagger taking a safety save at the top of 4. Scotty already dropping the power bomb. He's going to need to drop a second one to get rid of the Garen. Picking up his high jump. Mission Impossible just has missile data. Scotty only dropped 1 power bomb, so he's not even planning on picking that. Scotty wants to go fast. That's 1 shot he's going to save, isn't going to do much. Jagger going down to pick up Plasma Beam on the way in. I question this a little bit, because Jagger's going to be letting down the water to get out, unless he's thinking of some shenanigans I'm not seeing.
Uh-oh.
Also down to 12 health because that water is spicy.
Yeah, if you don't have gravity, you're going to be taking some damage. If you don't have gravity, you don't want to be taking that water hit at all.
He is up to 22 and shooting enemies as he goes. Meanwhile, Scotty right behind Jagger. So Scotty, I would say, distinctly has a lead here. I think we're going to see Scotty wait until the way out to pick up Plasma Beam. And I like the play. Speed Booster's going to be in the ouch room, so that is our runner's priority.
Ooh.
Also, no one has an E-Tank yet.
Yeah, nobody's picked up any E's yet, so...
And I'm looking here. Spitter Hallway East has one up in the main deck on their way out, but none of these are in decent locations. Telltale Heart has an E-Tank, so when our runners open up their green doors, at least they'll be able to pick up 1. Jagger has Speed Booster. Scotty laying a power bomb to get rid of the ouches for his way out.
And get the Speed Booster of his own. Ouchies are now destroyed, and right now, that's gonna be the doors. Well, that's the water. So the water is drained. And we'll do the jailbreak out of the control room.
Yeah, meanwhile, see ScottyW going into the seasonally appropriate pumpkin spice troll, and Jagger getting the low height on the way out. Gonna let him. Oh, he saves the speed. Is he gonna have time to get the spark off? He is. Going just a pixel too high to pick up his wide beam in the waterway. I have never seen that play before. Scotty also showing off the low height. Is he gonna let himself bonk, or is he also going to do it? Excellent play there. Scotty also a little bit too high for the wide beam.
A little too high, but guess what? Don't matter. He got his wide. So right now, go ahead.
So in terms of E-Tanks, in 4, Broken Bridge has one, the Drain Pipe has one if they want to go slightly out of their way. And behind the Kago, Scotty is saving a spark just because he can. Jagger taking a safety save on the way into... Is this Sector 1? No,
Yep.
Way out of Sector 4. Scotty picks up the Plasma Beam as Jagger looks to be slightly ahead on paper. However, Scotty does have the high jump that Jagger is running past. Where's Space Jump? Space Jump is in Mama Garubas in Sector 5.
Ugh.
I think Jagger might be saying, nope, Jagger is saying, I want high jump, I'm going into Sector 6.
Yeah, that's a better play. That space jump is in ice territory. That requires you to go into 3 to go get a Various suit? No. So right now, looking at us being cheaters, Telltale Heart is probably going to be an E for them, but other than that, I don't see them sticking around in 3 at all.
Yeah, it always makes me sad when the seed just doesn't have enough E. Life's too short not to get enough of that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jagger is going to pick up main missile data because he is already here and he has time with the power bombs to spare.
Indeed.
And Scotty with the frame perfect store of that Shine Spark. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
And Scotty a little bit too low with the Shine Spark, so not actually getting up there, laying the Power Bomb. Is he gonna get the E from Telltale Heart on the way out, or is Scotty just going low % on this?
Scotty gonna be playing with fire.
Chat says that RP2 Knight in chat says she thinks that Scotty might be good at this game. Maybe a little bit.
Who knows?
And Scotty does want to get that, getting trolled by the side hoppers existing now, but he has charge-wide plasma, so they're not a big issue. Now, Sector 3 also has Varia Suit locked in the upper portion. I don't think we see either runner go for that. The risk is, if they take an Ice Beam shot from the SAX, they get frozen.
Hold on a second. Hold that thought.
Oh, their Ice Missile data is at the PB stretchy. I did not see that. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, so that's gonna be PB stretchy. So that might, what that might do is that might signal Scotty to get safety strat here.
Yeah, so having an ice source to freeze the SAX speeds up the fight significantly, and both of these runners are great at it. Jagger unlocking level 2s. The other ice source is Ice Beam, and that's above yellow locks in Sector 5, and no one wants to go down there.
Nobody wants to go in that section at all. You don't want that. Come on now. And
although, actually, Varia Suit is hard required here. Because I'm looking at the Screw Attack is the fake E-Tank in 5. That is locked behind Varia Suit.
Oh, so you're gonna have to grab it. Ooh, great.
Get your cat jams in the chat. Jagger picking up Ice Missiles, Scotty fighting Box 1. And without supers, this takes longer than you would like. If Scotty had more health, I think we'd be seeing him use his Pseudo Screw Attack to do 27 damage each. But Scotty is putting Box back into storage.
Put him back in the toy box. Not going for the data room.
Jagger skipping out. Does Jagger know something we don't?
Uh-oh. Is Jagger playing risky here? Oh, gets nailed. I don't know. I would just keep running because missiles.
Scotty wants some extra missiles. Nice to have those.
I can respect the play. I can respect that play.
Yeah, especially it helps because you're doing the Stunlock on the SAX and then not wanting to have to farm any more than you have to. Yep. And then going up to get the PB locked Varia Suit. Ooh. And Jagger is going to Sector 1. Sector 1 has Gravity Suit, Super Missile data, and Wave Beam at the Crab Rape. I don't think we'll see anyone do that. Ooh. So short little jaunt into Sector 1. With this much health, the question is answered. We are not seeing our runners. We're not seeing Jagger go through the lava dive the back way, or are we? Does he have enough health to get through all of this lava? I don't know. He's storing a spark. Not able to get the spark off. He's gonna have to be careful here.
He is dead!
No, he's not. He's got 17 health and a gravity suit, and the only energy tanks in Sector 1 are Watering Hole and above Charge Core, so Jagger is going to have to get his health back the old-fashioned way.
He's gonna have to fight that one out.
JaggerG showing off the swag, for sure. Gonna make his way over to Baby's first wall jumps. Would have saved a fight against the stabilizer, except he's gonna have to go back out the slow way. Jagger saving a Shine Spark just to go across the room purely for swag purposes. And Scotty with a second E-Tank, not even thinking about it, just going straight into the lava dive. Jagger picking up Super Missile data at Baby's first wall jumps.
Yeah, Scotty much better suited for this play right now.
You know what? If I'm Scotty, I consider just turning around. There's no damage to get out. And Super Missiles don't save that much time, but I know Scotty does prioritize supers.
Alright, so Super Missiles is gonna be the play here. That'll take care of the ice core at least.
Jagger, what are you doing? Jagger, you don't have enough health to get through there. You don't have Varia Suit. Jagger
realized
realizing he doesn't have Various suit,
Various
getting out
suit.
with 8 energy.
And he resets! Oh!
He saved at Baby's first wall jumps.
Oh,
Just as a safety save, so Jagger doesn't lose any progress. See, chat knew that he saved, but us commentators, we don't know anything. We just watch and say words.
Indeed. And right now, Scotty doesn't have to worry about that problem, because guess what? He has a Various suit!
And I would say a pretty substantial lead, if I do say so myself. Scotty doesn't want that power bomb tank. Now, our runners do still need to find their charge beam. And I think that's about all we have left. Or no, our runners have charge beam. That was in the cubby hole.
Mm-hmm. Right now,
looks like we need to get that on CScottyw's side of the tracker here.
Yeah, from what I'm looking at right now, Scotty might be in go.
Scotty is in go mode.
Yeah, Scotty's done. Unfortunately,
he still has to open his red doors. So he's going to have to go all the way to the left, all the way across the station to Sector 5. So there are different ways you can break Sector 5. One of them, and the easiest one, is you have gravity, speed, and Varia.
Hold on, he has a screw attack, right?
He does not, but he doesn't need it.
Okay, I'm about to say. Wait, it should. Oh, that's Varia. Yeah, because if he had screw attack, he could have just broke through 3 and backdoored 5.
Yeah, screw attack is the fake E-tank in Sector 5, though. And that's why Varia is hard required in this seed. And Jagger coming back for that, realizing that that is in fact something he needs. So CScottyw with a bit of a commanding lead here. Now he is going to have to scam his way out of Sector 4.
Hold on a second. He said the fake E-tank, right?
Yep.
He's not doing it.
No, there's no reason to pick up screw attack.
Alright.
That would be quite a time commitment, and you don't need it.
Doesn't look like it. And up and up. Alright, so now I'll check the 4 for Scotty.
Yeah, screw attack is a little bit of safety against the SAX, but that's about it. And the only other thing is you can't use the shortcut up on the main deck.
Ooh, got a little bit up close and personal with that horse right there.
You know, happens to the best of us.
Can't complain. And that's
and this is going to be go mode, or not quite yet. Jagger picking up the E-tank needs to get back up there, so I'm a little premature, but JaggerG is about to hit go mode. Yeah, picking up Various suit at 18 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, Jagger's about to is just hitting his go. Meanwhile, Scotty has opened up the doors. Everything is unlocked. Like Old Mex Temple, all the doors are instantly unlocked, and the temple guards have vanished. Well, not quite vanished yet, but you know, you get the drift.
Absolutely. And then also looking at this, you know what this means, chat? This is Scotty's race to lose, and that means game 3.
Ooh, we get more. You know what that means? If you are a fan of seeing Metroid Fusion Rando, you are in luck, because guess what? We get another round.
Absolutely, and the good news is these two are fast, so we don't have to worry too much about it. We do have later on SpeedGaming 3 this very channel at 8 PM Eastern, the Chrysalis Randomizer tournament match. So we've got plenty of time for a game 3. We have seen a seed go an hour, but not with these two. I don't think there's anything you can do with these two with a spoiler log to make them take an hour.
Oh!
And Scotty realizing he doesn't have a space jump, having to climb up and making quick work of those puffers. He is going to have to scam his way out of lower sector 4. So what he's going to need to do here is jump and use Samus's momentum to arc his ice missile in to hit the puffer. Not the easiest trick in the world, but it is doable. He has 6 power bombs to refill if he needs, but he doesn't need it. 4 shots is all it takes for Scotty. Meanwhile, Jagger on the way to red locks.
Right now, Scotty's out of here. So right now, Jagger's gonna have a moment to think about things.
And Scotty going up the elevator. That means we could be looking at about a 24-minute finish in this one.
If they're fast enough, they can probably get through in 23 and a half, but 24 or 25 looks very, very feasible.
Yeah, it takes, no matter your skill level, it takes about 2 minutes after you set the propulsion sequence. And so it's just about when they get in there. A high 23, I think, might be on the table, but I think we're going to see a mid 24 out of Scotty. And unlike other tournaments, we don't have a 10-minute delay, so we don't know what this time is going to be. We do know CScottyw taking the safety save. Always like to see it, because even for the best players in the game, things can still go wrong.
We've seen it. We've seen it a couple times this tournament. Somebody doesn't want to do a safety save, and they lose about 15 minutes because their last save was back at a safety save 15 minutes prior.
Also, blink and you miss it, but Jagger was getting ready to set up for a clip using a hermit crab. Unfortunately, it didn't give him the positioning he needed, so he has to go the long way around using intended strats to go through the floor. Meanwhile, CScottyw using diagonal strats, showing off why he's one of the best in the business. 4-shot, not a myth today. We've got the most cursed Hornode in the game. Hope you didn't get attached to a chat, because it's gone.
Dead and gone.
Now, Jagger's got to be careful here, because he needs to save ice missiles so that he can actually get his way out of Sector 4. There is the ouch room to refill, but especially being low on health, he's going to get a lot of yellow X.
He's out of missile. He got 1 shot.
What he's trying to do here is break that block so that he can get back down if he needs to do it. He's got 7 power bombs. Meanwhile, we're talking about what Jagger's doing, but Scotty already through the ice course, setting up the operations deck. And unless something goes catastrophically wrong, Jagger getting right out of there. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong, though, nothing Jagger's going to do is going to be enough here.
Actually, hold that thought. A misplay at Omega from Scotty, which I don't see happening. But if it does happen, Jagger might still have a chance to steal.
Scotty getting the tightest weave that I have ever seen going down there. Now, here's the thing. We don't have screw attack. You can get low height without screw attack, thanks to a bounty last tournament that caused a few players to lab it out. Actually, Scotty was going for it in a match against me. Scotty getting it, turning my own trick against me. Meanwhile, Jagger was the one who took that bounty last year. CScottyw validating the run, just needs to finish it now.
Ooh, insane, one would say. And looks like Omega's gonna close in.
Yeah, the low height normally requires you to just stop the frame above the ground and spark, because you have screw attack to break through the platforms. But if not, there is just enough time to morph and drop between the platforms and get it. You can actually do it without morphing. You just have more of a risk of grabbing platforms and a tighter window to do the spark. And CScottyw through Omega, getting the Sunlock, finishing this race in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 24 minutes and 23 seconds. Get your GGs in chat, as we have seen ScottyW. JaggerG, meanwhile, up against the SAX. And chat, are you ready for Game 3?
You ready? I'm ready. The world is ready.
We are in the winners semifinals matchup on the top side of the bracket between number 1 JaggerG and number 5 CScottyw. Winner goes to winners finals. The loser drops into the losers quarterfinals. to play the winner of myself, Autumn Out of Habit, and Red Corona.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting quarters because from there we're already getting ready to work the semis and then losers finals afterwards. So
Yeah, we will have to wait a bit of a minute to see the winner between myself and Red. That one's not going to be scheduled for a couple weeks, but we will see when we get there what that's going to look like. And JaggerG, get your Fs in the chat. JaggerG taking a game over and taking probably a forfeit. Yeah, JaggerG not finishing the race.
The DNF is real.
And chat, get hype. We'll be back in just a moment for game 3. We're taking a quick break.
Indeed.
All right, and it looks like we are getting pretty close to ready to go. We have our runners in the race room and just waiting for JaggerG to ready up. And for those of you just joining us or watching later on the VOD, this is the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer Spoiler Log Tournament 2022. We are in winners semifinals. Or I'm sorry, winners quarterfinal. Winners something final.
Winner's semifinal. You're correct the first time.
Look, I don't know what I'm saying. I just say things. But we have a matchup here between the number 1 seed JaggerG and the number 5 seed CScottyw, and your commentator who cannot say words in the correct order. My name is Autumn Out of Habit. Joining me in the booth to bring the hype is Sinister Sama.
Hello. It's round 3. Well, game 3 technically. Winner here will be going to winners finals. Guaranteed a top 3 from winners finals. The loser will be going to the losers quarterfinals to meet up with the winner of Autumn and whoever Autumn is going to be facing against.
Yeah, that'll be the winner between an upcoming matchup between... Or no, I'm facing Red Corona. That's right, that matchup has happened. And looking over the schedule, we've got more Fusion coming up this weekend as well. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 5th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the losers bracket matchup, round 3 between Hercules Bench Press and Schwartz Gandhi. Then, coming up on Sunday, we have the other winners semifinals between Nye and Big Ohm. Those will be right here on SpeedGaming something. Nye versus Big Ohm will be Saturday night at 9 p.m. Pacific or Sunday night at midnight Eastern. And that's why I'm going to a different time zone, because we don't want to deal with trying to figure out what time of day that is.
Indeed. So right now, we're just waiting for our runners to get to getting. So, we have our Game 3 spoiler log, and ooh, boy!
I know there's a comment in the race room saying that I'm glad that I'm not running this. What? What is the seed?
What in the absolute... What is... Nani? Remember I was telling you about that sub 15 we've never seen?
We're not getting it this time. Because, and I'm not going to spoil it for chat, but if you look down at the item on line 24, Sinister, they're going to have to go out of their way to get that.
Line 24. Oh!
We got some double dips, and we've got our race underway here. Game 3, for all the marbles between JaggerG and CScottyw, our runners have to run up to the operations deck data room. They're going to get Speed Booster, Morph Ball, or one of the missile upgrades. Chat, what do you think they're starting with? I know, you don't. We'll see. The level of spiciness here, I don't even know how to answer that 0-4 death.
Spicy? No, disgusting is the better word. Absolutely disgusting. Abysmal. Why?
So basically, everything in the seed, aside from Ice and Wide Beam, are in main deck Sector 1 or Sector 4, which we're starting with 1 and 4. Here's the thing, Sector 3 has Wide Beam. Runners not going to be able to get to, well, they can get it, but they're not going to go all that time. Ice Beam is in the lower check of Space Boost Alley in 6.
Ooh, the worst room in the game! In the worst check of the game. Unbelievable.
Wait, worst room in the game doesn't have anything. That has a missile tank. And we're starting with a speed start. Now the thing is, what we were saying is disgusting. So, everything's pretty front-loaded into Sector 1. Morph Ball is the Arachnus E-Tank. So our runners are going to have to go down into the sectors. They are going to have to get... Actually, they can only go into Sector 1. There's no way into Sector 4. So they have to go into Sector 1. Actually, no, main elevator has diffusion data. This one's not as bad as I thought. they can turn around and get Morph Ball before they ever go to the sectors. And they're going to have to complete the Sector 1 loop because Charge Beam is back at the Crab Rave, Varia Suit above Charge Core, although that is optional. And Wave Beam's in the cubby hole. We could see our runners skip a good bit of Sector 1 if they're willing to pick up Wave. Now, because it's a speed start, and CScottyw forgetting it's a speed start, so giving Jagger just a little bit of time here. You have to carry a Shine Spark up the main stairwell. We encourage running on stairs here on SpeedGaming 3.
Get out of there! Get out of there, Scotty! You do not have a various suit. Ice is bad.
Yeah, but it was a little bit faster of a room transition to help him get his speed. I like the play. Jagger picking up at the main elevator diffusion missiles. He is going into Sector 1. He doesn't want to go up to the Arachnus area with just missiles.
Let's see if Scotty actually takes the Arachnus section.
Scotty is going for it.
Oh, Scotty wants that Morph Ball, and he wants it now. He's not trying to double dip one.
Yeah, in Sector 1, we've got High Jump Boots, Gravity Suit, Ice Missile Data. We have Space Jump in the bottom of the Lava Dive. We have Various Suit above the Charge Core. The Hornode Hole has Missile Data. The Crab Rave has Charge Beam. So we've got items all over the place. Now, Crab Rave Charge Beam is going to hard require having Morph Ball. But if our runners get Morph Ball, so what I want to see from Scotty here, I want to see him pick up Wave Beam, tolerate that from the cubby hole. He could actually skip going to Crab Guardian, although I think he'll want the Ice Missile Data from it.
Yeah.
But we could see Scotty just go into Sector 1, pick up the item from the Crab Rave, go around, grab the items in the Lava Dive. If he really wants, he could go down to Crab Guardian for Ice Missile Data. I think it would be worth it. But then just bail on Sector 1. Jagger is through and is going to get in here. Scotty picking up Power Bomb Data. He can't use that yet as he doesn't have Morph Ball. Going into second missiles, getting an E-Tank. Bet Jagger is about to really wish that he had that E-Tank. But 24 health is enough to get out. Especially with Gravity Suit. Now he's not going to be able to pick up the Space Jump in the bottom of the Lava Dive. And let's see what kind of RNG Scotty gets. Not going for doubles, but getting good RNG here. It's a 50-50 shot every time it opens its eye to give you a beam.
There's Morph Ball.
There is Morph Ball in the Arachnus area, and there's Jagger on low HP getting missiles. Does he want the missiles? No, he just wants space to get some speed and get out of here.
Yeah,
so Jagger's gonna have to double dip one. Meanwhile, Scotty already through the Arachnus area.
Yeah, I think Scotty has a comfortable lead right now because he doesn't have to double dip, so he'll be able to fish out everything in one. And with those 2 E's, whoo! Yeah, that'll be some comfort right there.
Now the question is, does Scotty want to just do the one loop and pick up Varia from... Well, no, because Screw Attack is hard required here anyway. So Screw Attack is in Sarah's Escape. I was trying to think of a way that our runners could just get all of their Sector 4 items on the way out. Scotty does want to skip the Sector 1 loop, picking up Wave Beam. Wide Beam is at the top of Sector 3. Not easily accessible, way out of the way of everything.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have picked up that Wave Beam pickup.
You know, I actually consider getting Wide Beam in this seed. So once you have your red doors unlocked, you could go down into 5 and take the trip through the magic box to get over toward the top of Sector 3. I think Wide Beam still saves you enough time.
Yeah, go from 5 to get the wide on at the top of Sector 3.
That's the thing is, though, does it save enough time to be worth going through all those door transitions? It's probably pretty close and depends on what else Scotty picks up.
Yeah, Scotty's gonna have to make some really interesting moves here because remember, they're gonna have to right now. They don't have access to any doors right now.
Yeah, Scotty is going to use a power bomb, the fastest way to take out the stabilizer. Meanwhile, Jagger up on the way and positioning himself so that he can get a Shine Spark through this Garen, doing a swag wall jump. Scotty about to hop down into the Hornode hole, picking up main missile data.
That's more damage.
Now,
There's
my
power
thing
bomb.
is, I think if I'm Scotty, I make the play into 4 before 1 to pick up Plasma and Screw Attack. Because I think those would speed up Sector 1, but also, CScottyw, one of the fastest in the biz. It is
Oh,
not out of the question that we could have a new fastest time for the tournament with the seed.
very much so. Oh, again, whiff. Scotty getting. Oh, whiff a third time. Scotty, what you doing? What you
Scotty's
doing?
trying to give Jagger a chance here.
That's not. If that was me, I'd be trying not to make any mistakes. But then again, though, I'm here in the booth, not advanced in this tournament, though.
And Scotty picking up his high jump, sparking across the lava dive. Now, I think we will see Scotty go down below and pick up the space jump. Jagger didn't want it. Jagger finally threw the RNG heck of the first Ghidorah, picking up the Morph Ball from the Arachnus E-Tank.
That's space.
And
So
Scotty
Scott-
does pick up Space Jump. He likes having Space Jump, especially for the setup against the Ice Core. And he's already in the room. There's not even an extra door transition. Now, are we going to see Scotty go for Ice Missiles? We are not. Ice Missiles at the Crab Guardian, those are nice to have. Scotty saying, you know what, I don't need them. And Scotty trying to store a Spark just to swag across. There's been some debate over what the fastest way to do this room is, but also he doesn't need Baby's first wall jumps. Scotty's showing off why he picked up the Wave Beam.
You forgot he had power bombs.
He didn't forget he had power bombs. It looked like he was just having some trouble getting the morph to go through. Is Scotty having controller trouble? Because I think he might be.
That could be.
Meanwhile,
And he can't
Jagger's
be-
coming
he-
back through, and Jagger's seeing what Scotty has already seen. Jagger going back, pick up the wave beam out of the cubby hole.
All right. So, all right, a power bomb play here, and that is charge beam. Okay, so I don't see Scotty going for that various suit.
No, Scotty's not going to go for Various Suit. It is possible to get that from the back here, but it's so tight that Scotty's shown off that he can do it, but it's such a tight trick to get in there and not worth the time to fight a boss. So our remaining go mode items. Sector 4, we've got Plasma Beam at the waterway. We've got Screw Attack in the Saris Escape, upper check. We'll probably also see our runners go into the ouch room to pick up super missiles.
Hold on a second. Jagger going into 4 instead of double back into 1.
I like the play. Jagger's going to get through 1 a lot faster having Screw Attack and Plasma. Okay, so Scotty, knowing... Oh, Scotty is smart here. The reason he didn't go into 4 first, like I was suggesting, he didn't have gravity yet. Our runners don't have blue locks, and the Pumpkin Spice Troll locked behind blue locks. So they need gravity to get out or to go a slower way out. But also, that's the only way into the waterway to pick up Plasma Beam. Now, they could get that on the way out. But Scotty's showing why he's one of the best in the business with this routing here, and also having Dragon Fangs to help him out with his routing. And I would say this is a substantial lead for CScottyw, even with JaggerG picking up the energy tank and being the first to have Screw Attack.
Scotty's got to go back.
Scotty with a little swag space jump, or space boost there.
He's going to have to run through, and his plasma's in the waterway.
Yeah, now is Jagger going to go get supers, or... No, because he has to build a Shine Spark if he wants to do that. I don't think you'll find it worth the time to do it. Jagger's just out. Jagger's not out. I don't know what Jagger's doing. Looks like Jagger is going to go for supers. Scotty picking up Screw Attack in the upper check. Says, E-Tank in the other half of Saris Escape? No thank you.
Alright, so There goes Soups. So
And
right
chat, if
now,
you're Scotty, you can get wide beam. It's probably about a 30-second time investment on the way out. You have wave beam. You're cursed. Do you do it?
if I was Scotty right now and I'm feeling myself right now, I would say, yeah.
Although I am feeling confident, I was worried that we might have the fastest time of the tournament and hype for it as well. But I don't think at this time there's enough time to finish this. If I had to guess, I think we see Scotty put up an 18 or a 19.
Scotty. Okay, here's a problem right now. Scotty's thinking.
Oh, Jagger going into upper lower 4 here. Taking advantage of this, and he's going to screw attack from 4 through the connector into the antechamber in 1. I like this routing.
Like the play. No good.
You know what? There's a green door there. Jagger doesn't have green locks.
Oh, you hate
Meanwhile,
to see it.
Scotty already on the way back up. I think Scotty may have been about to make the same play there.
But he
For a second I looked and I'm like, did he just open up red locks without me seeing it? So what can we do here? So Sector 1, the left exit from Sector 1 needs doors to get in from either side. Scotty, you're not going to be able to do that. So our runners have to go up to the reactor into Sector 2 to open blue doors. Sector 2 is locked behind green doors. It's on the far right of the station. They have to go back, fight Notori to get out of Sector 2. Actually, no, they can just break through the cargo, jump into Sector 6. Yeah. So they don't have to go quite that hell.
Oh, no!
If you go through the reactor just to open up blue doors so that they can get into Sector 5.
Wow.
Oh, this scene is disgusting.
I said it before, I will say it again. Disgusting.
Now I see why our runner's saying that I'm glad that I'm not running this, but you know, I would have enjoyed having this challenge. Shout out to our tracker RP2 Knight, both for doing the tracking so that you can actually see what people have instead of what we would do, and for rolling 3 amazing seeds for content.
Oh, and
we truly are blessed with our admin here.
Yeah, and right now, because they don't have Various Suit, these key hunters are going to be absolutely atrocious.
Although they do have gravity.
Yeah, but that only lowers regular damage, the spit damage. They're still taking $150 if they get hit with a stinger.
Good to know. Although neither of these runners are any stranger to low percent.
And in chat they're saying charge plasma and screw. Yeah, screw kind of makes this a misnomer, but ooh, and
this would be positively disgusting without screw.
And here comes those key hunters. They are alive and kicking in this main floor because I think they have an ice source to do this. So
they have diffusions.
Yep, and that would have opened up the key hunters. Oh, this is disgusting. And
Scotty has one last power bomb, just enough to get out of there.
Out of there. Oh no. Here's the problem. I'm seeing this right now. A red X needs to come for Jagger, otherwise Jagger's locked out.
I don't think he is. He can go the top route. Oh no. He can get through here. He only needs one to get out of here.
Yeah, he needs one to get out of here. If he takes the top route, if he goes to the top route and heads towards above Notori, he might be able to get out with saving a power bomb, but
yeah, I think that's what we're going to see Jagger doing. Meanwhile, Scotty has blue doors open, wasting no time going through the cargo jump room. Let's see if he picks up the missile tank in this room if he wants the ammo. Also, lagging on that cargo to pick up the red exit drop to refill his power bombs. CScottyw, absolute monster in Fusion Randomizer.
And running through 6. Wow, great speed. Great speed.
Yeah, and in chat, we do have a point that you could go from the connectors from 4 to 6 to 2. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that. So that actually may have been faster than going through reactor.
Oh yeah, ooh, hold on.
Jagger
Okay.
has blue locks. Scotty going into Sector 1, he's gonna just break into the back half of Sector 5 because he didn't go pick up Varia suit. So Sector 5 going to be impassable from the front.
Yeah, absolutely iced over.
And Scotty going to carry a speed charge here just to get through the room a little bit faster.
Here we go. Scotty is officially starting go mode procedures. With 299 health, that's enough. That'll be enough to do what he needs to do. And right now, with space, I don't see this being a problem. Jagger is running out of time. As I have always said in past randomizer races, it's almost that time for Cinderella to leave the ball. That carriage is about to become a pumpkin.
Now, the good thing for Jagger, if this goes the way it looks like right now, is he's not out if he loses, or if he wins, Scotty's not out. The loser of this matchup, since we are in the winner's semifinals, drops down into the loser's quarterfinals to face the winner of the matchup between Autumn Out of Habit and Red Corona. Which, that matchup going to be a little bit of a while before we get it, but that is going to be hype, although I may be a little bit biased here.
What's your bias? You're racing that. Oh, what is... Jagger is... in a bit of a bind.
Jagger will be fine. He can get out through 6, or he can get back out through 4. It's easy to forget when you're going through the connectors that a couple of those doors do require locks. We've seen even players going in trying to go through the magic box in 5 until they realize that that's gated behind yellows.
Hold on a second. And Scotty's out. Scotty is out. So Scotty jailbreaked out of there, so... Hold on a second.
Scotty with a commanding lead here.
Hold on. Did Jagger open
and
up...
with the space boost.
Indeed. Wait, did Jagger open up 4 doors?
He has not yet. He wasn't able to get there. Jagger going into Sector 1, he's going to go down and get that now.
I've said this once before in a past race. Routing is not given. Routing is actually a developed skill that one must develop. Because without routing, you may be one of the best runners in the world with fast times, but that routing is what makes or breaks games. If you don't have the right routing, then you might be in a bit of an issue here.
Yeah, if everything were about pure execution, we would see Scotty coming into this at the number 1 seed and steamrolling everyone. Instead, He's coming through here in the number 5 seed and steamrolling everyone.
Yeah, mainly because a couple routing mistakes. That's a thing.
And unfortunately...
Go ahead.
No, I've seen a lot of players who haven't participated in this saying that they think that you lose the routing element when you get the spoiler lock, not realizing that it's just a different type of routing. When you get to see what the items are and figure out on the fly, you know where everything is, but you've got to be able to figure out the fastest way from A to B to C. Yeah, Jagger, speaking of getting the charge beam.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the fastest way to get to point A to B to C and even to D. Oh, someone forgot they don't have ice missiles. No free cheese.
I mean, Scotty's got some muscle memory for this game, and it came against him here, so he's going to have to go the long way against SAX. The good thing is that this is a very free fight taken this way. It'll just take some shots. And getting the 2 shots from having Wave Beam, so Wave is actually increasing his damage output here.
Indeed. It would have been much better if he had a wide, but you can't complain.
Yeah, Wide Beam would cost him about as much time to pick up as it would save.
That is true. So he would have broke even.
Yeah. Going on to the most cursed Hornode in the game, as Jagger getting ready to go into 5. Now that he has all of his items. Scotty getting stomped on by a Hornode, but he had the health to tank it.
Of course.
And what missiles does Scotty's got pretty good missiles. I think this takes 7 with this configuration to take it out, as he has everything except ice missiles. No, that's 8 missiles that it'll take.
Still, plenty of missiles, and especially if he's screw missiling through this.
Yeah, Scotty going for the standard fight, getting some doubles in here. Meanwhile, Jagger breaking into lower sector 5, making sure, or lower sector 4, making sure not to step in that power bomb. And there's the propulsion sequence activated.
Alrighty, it's time to go, go, go. We got a plan to blow up and a space station to ditch.
But so we know it's not over until you see the dot done.
Never is until that dot done. Not dot dumb. English, I speak it.
English is overrated. I mean, I don't speak anything else, but I, you know.
And it's not there. There hasn't been a GG yet, and we're not gonna. And we might not see a GG re at all. It might be GG no re because Scotty and Jagger may not see each other again, depending on how.
Scotty's so early on that low height attempt. He could have had breakfast and still made it in time for it.
It's true.
Still getting into the Omega, and even though the run not validated, the win still counts if Scotty gets through Omega. However, he can only take 2 hits. The 3rd hit will kill. And he doesn't have a beam that can get a reliable stun lock. I've heard it said that it's possible if you position it just right to wave it through.
I don't see him cheesing this. I think, honestly, he's going to be playing safe strats. And that's the way this should be played. Yep.
Yeah, the cheese strats on this are more theoretical than anything. And the wave beam hitbox has been modified, so the developer of the randomizer had to make some changes to split out the beams and how they function. Because in vanilla, there actually aren't separate beams in existence. And Scotty taking some damage. Omega's blue. We still have to get through red before it finishes.
Ooh, bad play. Back off.
Yeah, and with this beam combination, it just takes absolutely forever because the beam will just go outside of the hitbox so easily. Omega's red, Omega's stumbling. We're getting close here, Scotty, just over the 25-minute mark, and we're going to see if this is going to go. And that has done it. Get your GGs ready in chat. CScottyw takes game 3. And the best of 3 set with an official racetime.gg time of 25 minutes 25 seconds. And let's see if we can get our runners into chat. And while we're working on getting them in here and getting them set up, also on this very channel coming up at 8 o'clock Eastern, SpeedGaming 3, we've got Crystallis Randomizer, Tournament Race. We also have over on SpeedGaming Main, a showcase of a Spider-Man game relay, as well as Pepsi Man coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern, and also a link to the past randomizer all over the place. And with that, do we have our runners in here yet?
We have our winning duo, Scotty and Dragon Fangs. Congratulations on the victory.
Yeah, GG Scotty, GG Fangs.
So funny thing, my L button kept sticking throughout that run. So
we were wondering if there was some sort of issue going on there with the controller.
Yeah. That's so weird. I'm used to seeing just on the English version the angle lock when you land and your angle is locked. And you just have to account for that throughout the run. But here it was just, randomly my gun is going to start aiming in a different direction, and I just have to wait for it to stop doing that.
That is not fun to have to deal with a controller issue. But still, with all the speed, able to take the best out of 3 set.
Indeed, playing as the 5 seed, you did a moderate upset on our number 1 seed, putting him down into the loser side.
And speaking of JaggerG, they have joined us in chat. GG Jagger.
Mm-hmm.
GG.
GG.
Routing is routing was pretty much the story here. That's basically what it was. Not even execution. It was just routing all the way across the board.
I noticed.
This final seed was very weird. It seemed so easy. When we start, like at the start, we were like, oh, everything's in Sector 1. This is easy. Just go and pick up all the things. Right. But then you start to realize, like, oh, wait, no. we need doors? Like, where do we go? It was a scramble.
I said it to Autumn when we first got started. It was like, this seed is disgusting. I didn't know how disgusting until we realized you're gonna have to go through Key Hunter Land in order for you to open up the doors.
At first it looked like a jet. We thought that we were gonna see like a 15 or a 16 get dropped here.
You needed to lose to get through any other sector, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But I realized as we were going to Reactor Core that you could have taken the screw attack connectors to Sector 2 from 4.
That actually got called out in chat. As Scotty and Fangs, you were already in Sector 2.
Good point.
Yeah.
That idea was called out. It looks like both of you also were having just points where you're running in one direction and realizing, oh, you can't go that way.
Yeah. Because the seed seemed so innocently easy, we were in 4, having gotten to go mode, and I was thinking, oh, we can just take the connector to 1 and to go to 5. And that's when I realized, oh no, we need doors. And like in a scramble, I was like, oh, dude, reactor, we need to go to reactor. And like halfway through the elevator, I'm like, no, wait, there's a better way. Shit. Yeah.
It happens. It happens. But another thing that kind of got me somewhat, I don't know, lost in the sauce was game 1 in particular. Scotty, what happened?
I died.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That'll do it.
That will do it. And you definitely can't give JaggerG 7 free minutes to work with.
Yeah, you cannot do that. Yeah, I wasn't
45 damage ouches.
Yeah, I wasn't used to, or I wasn't thinking functionally with diffusion missiles. I was only thinking about the damage output. So I'm like, okay, everything takes like 2 or 3 missiles, and I was just wasting a bunch of time doing that and getting hit, doing things that I'm not used to doing. And then the second time through, I'm like, wait, I can just charge through the door and just freeze everything. It's like, oh, that's just 100 times better.
Diffusions are a troll.
Yeah, you don't know how bad diffusions are until they were your only missiles. They only do 5. They only do 5 damage as opposed to the 10 that you would get with either ice missiles or normal missiles.
They have some good whatchamacallit, utility though.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
It does have good utility if you can charge the bad boys. Problem is that you got to charge them first to have that be a thing.
Yeah, you usually just want to charge it through a door transition so it'll be fully charged on the other side. That's what I tried doing the most, and it usually worked pretty well.
I think diffusions are fine as long as they're not your only missile upgrade. Then they're just obnoxious and terrible.
What, you don't want to take 48 shots against the Ice Core?
No, not usually.
That does sound kind of slow. A question for both of the runners on Game 3. Did either of you consider going in for wide beam?
Yes.
No.
I didn't know where wide beam was, so...
Yeah, no.
Sector 3.
I made that choice to
detour.
Yeah, it was in the top of Sector 3, so you could have gone through the left connector in 5.
You may have noticed early on, I was thinking, well, Crab Wave is a bit easier to get with Wave Beam, so I got Wave Beam really early on before actually thinking it through.
Yeah, you actually
Uh,
both did that thought. You did a little bit of different routing, because Jagger, you dipped into Sector 1, whereas Scotty and Fangs just ran immediately from the main elevator back up to Arachnus.
I thought I was a genius, and then I wasn't.
No, that honestly was the sinking point of that game. The minute you didn't double back to Arachnus until much later, Scotty just won. Scotty and Dragon Fangs routed it, so they only had one pass and was like, "Yeah, we're done with this. We're gonna just do this in one, and if we have to come back in, it's only just to get into the back end of 5." They routed that one perfectly. That was the sensible play that ultimately got them the win. That was the only thing that got them that win.
Also,
Honestly,
me dying after they finish, but other than that,
Oh, okay.
like I was watching Jagger like while we were racing, and I was really confused as to why he went to Sector 1
so
first.
there was a reason.
But then,
I hadn't thought about it.
I figured it out later when you were going to you were gonna go from 4 to 1 through the connector, right? And when I realized that's what you're doing, I was like, that was actually pretty smart. But then at the same time, I also realized there's a green door there.
There sure is. I realized that also on the way to the green door.
Yeah. And that I know like that your entire route broke down because of that. Otherwise, I think it was pretty smart, to be honest.
Yeah, I was actually questioning the play to go to Sector 1 before 4 until I realized that Gravity Suit was in 4. So if you went to 4 first without Gravity Suit, you don't have a convenient way out, and you can't get the Plasma Beam out of the waterway anyway.
I mean, you could get it out of the waterway without gravity.
Not without blue doors.
You also just could have gotten it at the very end, right?
Oh, waterway. My bad. For some reason I was thinking
you could have
Powerbomb
picked it up
locked.
at
What was that? Oh, that was a different seed. Oops.
Oh, true. You could have picked it up after opening red doors. I didn't even think about that. Man, maybe Scotty should be the navigator seat.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a lot easier to do it when you're in the commentator's booth and just throwing out ideas, and they don't need to work.
Yeah, the occasional one that does work makes you sound really smart.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and the other ones where I know in my head that I lose this matchup against anyone who ran this seed, so...
Well, you didn't have to fight Saris.
I guess Jagger was right in the race time room saying, I'm glad not to be running this one because I wouldn't win this race.
This is a seed that I would have been absolutely throttled because I would have misrouted on one. Guaranteed would have been throttled on it.
Oh yeah, I was talking in the race chat and with Scott that this seed, this final seed in particular, is a really good showcase of how a dedicated navigator really helps. Because it's thinking through like where you need the doors and what doors you need. Like what happened at the end would have been so much harder if I had to like play the game at the same time.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what's starting to become a thing right now with the spoiler log. Like if you got a spoiler seed, if you got a dedicated navigator, the navigator is while they are looking for the best possible route, they're navigating the player right there, and it's that dynamic that makes it so much easier for the runner to run the seed with a dedicated navigator. It's starting to become a thing. So there is a big benefit for having a navigator.
Absolutely.
Now
especially when your navigator, you have Dragon Fangs who has forgotten more about this game than most of us will ever know.
That is true. But at the same time, though, a dedicated navigator does not necessarily mean a win always. Because if the navigator gets lost, oh boy.
Oh, yeah. By the way.
Also, you need to execute and not die, which is definitely a thing.
Even though we lost the first race mostly because of Scotty dying, like it looks that way, but I know like that I misrouted that really badly. And then, like, as I watched Jagger do everything, I was like, "Oh, right, you need power bombs there. Oh, right, you need high jump there. Oh, right." So I missed a ton of things in my initial routing. So we would have went really all over the place if we were actually ahead.
Oh,
It's definitely awkward.
Definitely awkward. With that being said, we're now going to go into some interesting situations here. You're guaranteed at least top 3, Scotty and Dragon Fangs. So, with your winners finals matches on the way, what's going to be the next big thing going into your next match?
Just show up and beat people. I don't know.
Just play the game.
Looking over at the schedule, we have the other winners semifinals match on the schedule. That is booked for tomorrow night, Saturday, November 5th at, we'll say 11 p.m. Central, because heck dealing with midnight. We have Nye versus Big Ohm. That'll be on one of the Speed Gaming channels here. So
Who
that
do you-
will be your next opponent, Scotty.
Who are you not trying to see? It's the better question.
I don't know how good either of them are. I think in
I mean,
this,
Big Ohm stomped me, so
I remember
Ohm-
in the seeding races I was against Nye a couple times, and he was coming up pretty close to us.
Mm-hmm.
Big
yeah,
Ohm.
Nye came in at the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Big Ohm destroyed me, so I
Big
was
Ohm
only
destroyed both of your commentators.
Mhm. Yeah, Big Ohm ended me real fast in a hurry.
And I
Yeah,
think
I wouldn't
Ohm still
sleep
has
on
the
that.
fourth fastest finish anywhere in the tournament. Meanwhile,
I
looking at the
wouldn't-
other side of the bracket, Jagger, you're going to be in the upper side of the elimination bracket. Your next opponent will be the winner of my matchup versus Red Corona.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Either of us will need it going against you.
Yeah, the number 1 seed.
You'll need
dropping
it going
the-
against each other. Y'all are definitely up there. And I think y'all are even higher seeding than Scotty. Is that right?
It is the 3-4 match.
Yes.
Nice.
That being the case here, any last words from our runners and from our runner and our navigator?
None for me.
Yeah, shout outs to Mental Health America. They're doing a lot of work to kind of normalize compassion and like feelings and stuff. Very important work.
And if the bot comes back up, we'll have the link in chat here, but it looks like the bot might be taking a nap. That said, we do need to give Speed Gaming their channel back, because coming up on this very channel in 24 minutes, we have Crystallis Randomizer.
Nice.
So stay tuned or hop over to Speed Gaming Main to watch a relay race through a variety of Spider-Man games. With that said, also go ahead and give our runners a follow, as well as our tracker, RP2 Knight, and my co-commentator in the booth, Sinister Sama.
Pleasure as always.
And with that, I've been Autumn Out of Habit. Thank you all for tuning in and watching some great Metroid Fusion action, and we will see you next mission.
Good fun. Good luck.
Hey.
See you next week.
Bye.
See you there, Space Cowboy.